day, lords and ladies of the internet. I am your host, the Parafox Archangel, the English gentleman of the internet, and I welcome you back for more Battletech of mech v mech action extraordinaire punch-out one night only. I don't know what the hell I'm saying. Let's just dig straight in and kill things.
Command interface initiated.
I hope so. The Independent Prospectors League thanks you for your assistance, Commander. We're miners, not soldiers. We can't fight these bastards on our own. That's what you're paying us for. Don't worry, we'll get your platforms back. This isn't just about what's reclaiming ours. Majesty Metals kills hundreds of us when they try to jump our claim. We want you to make them bleed for what they've done. Commander, the Op 4 is holding 2 of the IPL's mining platforms. The first, designated Alpha, is where they're keeping their turret generator. Move in fast and take it out. Those turrets hit hard, so you'll want to neutralize them ASAP. Platform Bravo is the site for Op 4's corporate security tower. Engage and destroy it. If they bring in a mech to protect it, take that out too. Then circle back and we'll collect our pay. That's right. I'm ready and waiting to authorize the transfer. Now go on, Commander. Hit those corporate pigs where it hurts. We'll be watching the action from here. Right. So I guess we'll just move in fast then, I guess. With me leading the charge. We don't have some sort of super mech with us this time, unfortunately. Fortunately. Behemoth looks like they're the fast one.
On my way.
Decker has a no. No, Decker's the fast one. But he's also extremely vulnerable. Okay then. So let's just compare everyone, please.
Waiting on you, Commander.
So Decker's in a light mech, which means it's got more jumps than anyone, so which makes it extremely mobile, but unfortunately very weak.
I hear ya.
It also doesn't have much firepower, either.
Good to go.
Is the thing. So we need to figure out where we want to go, and how we want to do things. So if you start by moving up there, you are trespassing on Majesty Metals
and manufacturing property and acting in collusion with a domestic terrorist organization. Cease your advance immediately, or you will be fired upon.
Hey! If you can't let me say it first, screw you. It looks like we have to sprint in order to get where we want to go. In a time that's reasonable for us. Where can you move from just moving? You can move there, can you? Unfortunately, I highly doubt you're going to be able to shoot anything from there. Also, there are mechs over there, too. So I'm not gonna like the light mechs, am I? Probably not. Ha! You missed me. My turn, is it? Oh, and it's Decker. I guess that would make sense. 20% damage reduction against ranged attacks to the front and side. Stacks with guarded. I could shoot the turret from there. But I don't know how much health a turret has.
Confirmed.
Let's find out how much health a turret has, shall we? It's got 90 armor and 7 HP. I see. Bang. Well, you hit it once, I suppose. Oh, they have a spider, too. Huh. I guess I should go kill that spider, then. I think the problem I have right now is that Behemoth is in a very bad location. So I think Behemoth needs to jump. Because if they move down, they'll be attackable from the other points. So how much health does that thing have? Or I could just shoot Mr. Turret here.
On it.
Pretty good.
You betcha.
Come on, Glitch, in your Vindicator. Let's see how much damage you can do, shall we? It looks like you can do a fair amount. And finally then, I guess I should move in with my artillery mech of a blackjack, which doesn't have arms. Still, you'd think I'd fix that problem by now. And take out the last of that.
Engaging target. Target building destroyed.
Right, I've destroyed all your towers. What are you gonna do about that now, eh? Oh, you're gonna try and punch me. Okay, you're gonna successfully punch me. Well done. What do you think that's gonna do for you?
Good to go.
Eh? What do you think that's possibly gonna do?
Affirmative.
Especially if I do that. Decker, you're useless. I wouldn't normally mind you, but you really just don't have any firepower. Why have I got so little chance to hit with a bunch of those attacks? How much damage does my melee do? 40. Don't think that's enough. However, I can do this with myself. Move here and turn around. Then I can just shoot this so-called commando right in the rear. That was very delayed on the explosions,
Waiting for orders.
I'll admit.
Orders.
You've got a lot of melee attack on you.
Roger.
I mean, at least you have fists, unlike me, so... Pipsqueak, kick.
Waiting on you, Commander.
Alright. I mean, alright. Why not? Ally turn, eh? Oh, he has more mechs now, does he? Why are you trying to punch me so much? Why? Can I get you to punch him, please? Decker, show the other spider what it's for.
Bandit.
What the hell symbol is that? Yeah, if you could please attack that bastard.
On the move. I waited to it.
I like your kick. I really like your kick. Ah, and they also have some mechs or some whatchamacallits, do they?
Engaging physical attack.
Can this thing just die already, please? Right, what else am I looking at? More tanks. We've just completely ganged up on this poor mech over here. I don't think you need to use the limited ammo one. So, there. Fire. Pilot incapacitated.
Did you see that? Did you see it?
Yes, I did. Destroy the Shadow Hawk. Is that what that is? A Shadow Hawk.
Standing by.
Alright, Decker.
Confirmed.
Let's get you moving into the forest. You're tiny and weak. We need you to defend it. What are you even... Brace. Just brace, yes. Vigilance. Gain guarded and entrenched and remove all stability damage. Your next initiative is increased by 1. Okay. Take a cold shot against a single target and at -4 difficulty. Your next initiative is reduced by 1. Okay. Brace. Remove unsteady and end the next turn. Gain guarded, 20% damage reduction against ranged attacks, and entrenched, minus... Right. I'm thinking I want my Vindicator moving down there, potentially. As for myself... I did not click there, I clicked there. Let's move there, I suppose. And brace. Now we wait for the little tanks. You got a long-range weapon, don't you? Don't you, Glitch? Yeah, it looks like you do. Let's just put you there and have you brace. Bulwark, passive. Cover and guarded states provide both 40% rather than 50, rather than percent. Oh.
Got it.
Alright then. So you are definitely the tank, Shadowhawk. What does Resolve even cost? Or rather, where is Resolve, I should ask. Are you being a little coward? That's what it looks like. You know, Glitch, if you jump back over here, you're going to be in a very vulnerable state. But your mech also has not been touched, so...
I leap, I soar!
Do you want to attack the Scorpion or the Shadowhawk? I'm leaning towards the Shadowhawk, because this thing is probably dangerous. Or I could attack both. I think.
Tell me what to do.
Okay, I don't know what happened then, because I swear I was meant to target 3 people, but it didn't. So, whatever. If you move there, you can attack them. If you move there, you can definitely attack them. Alright, I'm going to have you jump pack, Behemoth.
I copy.
These jump packs are very useful when they decide to work, is my only thoughts on the matter. Looks like you're only going to be able to attack with the one weapon, which is the rocket missiles, because they're currently being a little tiny coward and hiding behind a giant rock. But no judgment here, I suppose. If I, sprint over here, I don't think they can see me. So, in exchange, that means I can potentially get over here and hit them in the back. Same with what I can do with Decker right now.
Got it.
Alright, so Decker, get over there and move. We're gonna make you go and attack the idiot. The little coward. We have him surrounded. We have you surrounded! Give up! You did a little bit of damage to me. Fair.
Nice try.
Exactly what she said. Nice try indeed. If I move over here, on top of this giant rock over here, it means I can take a nice lot of shots at this big evil guy over here. Which apparently failed quite badly. Alright, Miss Shadowhawk, get to the front. Behemoth! You are our front line. Which means you're in charge of making sure this thing dies. Kill it! Where to move? Where to move? Is the question. And I could just move there, I suppose.
Moving out.
Now I can just shoot this thing for right in its bloody chest.
Got it.
And apparently miss my giant shot. Apparently.
Commander?
Decker, I really wish you did anything. If you can hit that arm for me both times. No, you hit the leg once. I said the arm both times, Decker. Okay. I mean, sure, that works, I guess. I mean, I can just do... Can I just jump pack behind him? Which in turn will allow me to just be behind him. Which will allow me to do a lot of damn... Why does that have so little chance to hit? Is it just... If I move there, I have so little chance to hit. But right here, I have loads of chance to hit. I really am in a sniper tank, aren't I?
Weapons committed.
Heatsink destroyed.
Critical damage detected.
Does that mean he's going to be taking hit? He's going to be overheating now? Because if that's the case, that's a very useful thing to do to him.
Okay, that was bad. Good to go. Good to go.
Was it bad? I mean, you've still got loads of health, madam. So the longer the range a weapon is, the lower chance they have to hit it if they're really close. Is what I'm getting.
Copy.
So when I can just go up instead and go thwap with my leg and kick him
Inflicted some heavy damage.
and knock him onto the floor. Wham! Pilot injured. I would expect as much.
Ow! I'm hit.
Pilot injured. Ooh. Ooh. What does that mean?
Waiting for orders. Right, Commander.
Vindicator, jump over here! Considering Behemoth's in the way. Right, if I call shot the torso, which has lost very little health, quite frankly. So what does the fact it's lost its heat sink mean? Can I see that somewhere on here, please? AC-5 destroyed.
That's a critical hit.
Okay. My turn, Decker. Decker can pretty much jump literally anywhere. So he could just jump over here. Okay, I'm beginning to see the advantage to the light mech.
Copy that.
It would still be more useful, though, if they had any help. If he could do anything. In terms of damage. The light mech's mobility is fine and all, but it just doesn't have any firepower. I can either attack you now. 1 out of 4 injuries. Oh. Okay. You know what? Screw it. Would you like to go kick this thing? It kind of did damage to you and injured your head. I think you're mad at it now.
For physical attack.
Yeah, that's right. That's what you get for messing with a mech.
One more.
Take that! Now, if we can shoot its torso again, please. Overheat alert. Because, of course. That's what happens when everything is really, really
Got it.
hot.
Ugh!
So instead, kick them while they're down. You know what? That works.
Mech destroyed.
Indeed it has been. Hi, me. Would I like to take care of that annoying little scorpion over there? Of course I would!
All weapons committed.
My mech's overheating now, but...
Enemy unit destroyed.
Right. Let's do what we were ordered to do,
Target
and
acquired.
destroy this tower then. Decker, you bloody missed a building!
Watch my heat. I'm taking.
I need to move in order to just let myself cool off.
Commander?
I'll cool off next round.
Heat exceeding.
Glitch, I'm gonna leave it to you. Please, murder the building.
Affirmative.
Great
Thank
job,
you.
Commander. Double back to our client's platform. The sooner we can collect our pay and break orbit, the better.
Yeah, I'm sure. Decker can just have a casual stroll, considering he's in his little mech. Meanwhile, the rest of us have to sprint all the way. It gives us a chance for our mechs to cool down as well, which is just kind of nice. Now, what terrible, terrible thing is going to happen next? Is the question.
Commander?
So needless to say, Decker, you move in, please.
Coordinates received.
You're the least important, in my opinion, Decker.
Good to go.
Oh, we all need to get there, do we? Well, that's different. Or is it that I need to get there? Maybe. Brilliant work, Commander. We should have no problem mopping up at the other platforms now that their defenses are down. We get the job done. Speaking of which, I wasn't finished. These platforms won't do us much good if we can't hold them. Majesty Metals taught us that. So we're going to need your battle mechs. You're going to want to reconsider that. Why? Your lance has already been target locked to our turrets. Now power down and surrender, or we'll let you walk. Or try to fight and we'll tear you to shreds. Your call. Well, there goes our goddamn payday. Hold on tight, Commander. We're on our way. So, what am I fighting? Decker, I'm gonna rely on you for a moment. Please, destroy that turret generator. You hit it both times. That's half its health. That's good enough for me.
Here we go.
There! You don't have any turrets now. Are you sure you still want to try and take my mechs?
Commander.
I kinda like my mechs. And you're not having them. Oh, wow. So good. So amazing, aren't you, with that little tiny vehicle you have over there? Aren't you? Can I see the stats of this thing? No. Now I can. It's going to die quite quickly now. Yeah.
Enemy unit destroyed.
That's what happens.
Good to
Don't mess with me.
go. Move order received.
We don't take threats lightly. We'll destroy your buildings. It would have been cheaper if you just paid us. You do realize that, right? This is entirely your fault.
One for the scrap heap.
One left.
Receiving you.
Decker!
Lifting off.
Would you like to get in behind it? Maybe shoot it in the back?
Acknowledge.
What does it want to try and do now? Does it want to try and, fight? Does it want to run away, like would be the smart thing? Oh no, it's going to try and fight, apparently. Alright, well, that just means I get to have fun. Behemoth, go squish it.
Copy.
Squish! That's what happens.
Reporting vehicle.
Stand by for extraction, Commander. Let's get the hell out of here. Oh, and Darius, I know, Mia. I know, you want another team meeting. Give that man a prize!
Mission successful.
Well, it was a fairly easy mission. Well done, Commander. You made the best of a bad situation. Here's hoping we don't run into another job like that one. Yeah, tell me about it. So... Mercenary Review Board. Your rating with the Mercenary Review Board indicates how trusted and effective your mercenary company is. A high MBR rating will earn you the respect from fellow mercenaries and mech warriors for hire. I see. So after 3 years, we've gained no reputation. Is that what you're telling me? Injured, 20 days. Seriously? Healing. Mech warriors injured in battle are confined to medbay to recover. The severity of their injuries and their gut skill determines the time it takes until they're healed. To increase at the rate your mech warriors heal, upgrade your dropship and with additional medbays. What's this mean? This mech has one or more issues with its configuration, such as missing ammo, damaged internal structure, or having unutilized tonnage. Refit this mech via the mech bay to report any issues. Basically, it took structure damage, is what I'm hearing. Rank, recruit. Recruits are fresh mech warriors who are relatively unskilled with no abilities available to them. Haha! Screw you! Regular mech warriors show some competency in their combat ability and have begun to demonstrate greater capacity in one or more skill areas. Ronin. This mech warrior is a unique character. You may only hire this mech warrior once. If you fire them or they are killed, they will not appear in any hiring halls. Then what's this one mean? Does this one mean it's me? Alright. It looks like there's going to be an awful lot of detail involved in fitting out these mech warriors. Gunner, specialization gunnery. Adept at using ranged weaponry in combat and able to tackle multiple foes at once via multi-target. Capable of defender, capable of standing their ground more effectively through bulwark and able to suffer additional injuries before becoming incapacitated. You can also better control recoil from your weapons. Alright. Rent to own. In orbit, Ukraine. Son Simeon Meyer. You need to start finding us better clients, Darius. I mean it. We've been slumming it on the ass end of the frontier for 3 years now, and we are drowning in debt. I'm fully aware of our financial situation, Maya, but I can't just conjure up new clients out of thin air. Parafox, do me a solid and back me up on this. Is this why you all made me your commander, so I could break up fights and review financial reports? If we're really that hard up for cash, we need to stop talking and start doing something about it. No thanks, Darius. I didn't take command of this argument to settle arguments. You know what? I'm going with the first one. Damn right it is! Or at least the man's honest about it. Damn right it is. It isn't like any of us wanted the job. Darius, you can walk us through the details of this trouble. Could you walk us through the details of this trouble we're in? It might help if you broke things down point by point. Sure thing, Yank. Point 1. Maya's right. We're in debt. Every sea bill we make technically belongs to the bank. Point 2. This corner of the frontier is a dead zone for mercenary work. There are clients, but they're terrible. That's just a fact. And that's it. There's no other points. What's our best case scenario? How many jobs will it take to repay the loans? Why not just refuse to pay? We can afford to afford our weight around. We got battle mechs. I don't think it's that simple, me. Okay, we're in a bad spot. What are we gonna do about it? What's our best case scenario? Positive attitude. Let's have a positive attitude. What's our best case scenario? Truthfully, I can't even say. We're in a pretty deep hole, and from where I'm standing, I don't see a lot of daylight. The thing is, these banks, and I use that word loosely, they don't want us to pay off our loans. They'll do whatever they can. They'll do whatever they can get away with to keep us on the hook. Hit us with fees, jack up our interest rates, misfile our paperwork. I'm trying to find us a way out of this, but it's gonna take time. And every day that passes, we accumulate more debt. If we keep on going like we have been, we're screwed. Why not refuse to pay then? That wouldn't be a very good idea, Parafox. The banks wouldn't come for us themselves. They'd hire mercenaries. And you already know how hard up the frontier mercs are for work. If we stiff the banks, we'll wind up dead or in a debtor's prison. Out here in the frontier, those are basically the same thing. Okay, so we're in a bad spot. What are we gonna do about it? I don't see what else we can do, Parafox. I'm already serving up every legitimate contract I can find. Unless you want me to sidestep the mercenary review board entirely, we're basically out of options. Go around the MRB? No thanks. Taking an uncertified job is a great way to wind up with a knife in your back. We just got betrayed on this board-certified contract, yeah? How much worse could it get? We're already taking a lot of risk here. I don't want to compound them unless I absolutely have to. It doesn't sound like that much of a bad idea. No guts, no galaxy, right? I'm gonna go with the first one. We just got screwed. Plenty. What happened down there was an exception, boss. With uncertified job, it's the rule. Remind me again why we don't just skip out and head to a nicer corner of the phylactery? Because the banks and the jump ship crews have an arrangement. Until we pay up, they're gonna keep us on a short leash. That's a good reason. Look, Darius, Maya's right. We need to start earning some real money, and we need to do it soon. It's only a matter of time before something breaks down that I can't fix with duct tape and good intentions. Origin betrayed? What the hell does that mean? I'm no stranger to betrayal, Yang. I lost my family to someone I thought as a friend. That doesn't change the fact we need money. Desperate times, people. Darius, you know what you need to do. At the end of the day, I'd rather go down fighting than wind up broke. You know what? I'm going with the first one. If I'm gonna have origin options, I'm gonna pick them. Yeah, boss. Much as I hate to say it, I agree with you. We need to sidestep the MRB. Guess I'd better get mentally prepared for that knife in the back, huh? It's settled then. I'll start digging for contracts outside of the MRB system. Who knows? Maybe it'll work out best. It isn't like we've got all that much to lose. In the meantime, we need to find another paying job, and our prospects in this system have completely dried up. I'd recommend booking travel to a neighboring system and seeing what the review board has for us. With any luck, we'll find enough work to keep us going until something better rolls in. The banks are holding our jump ship access hostage until we repay our debts. For now, we can only go between Ukraine and nearby systems of Alloway, Belharomthon, and Detroit. Detroit! Why is Detroit just a system? Mercenary contracts. Our top priority right now needs to be finding work, so we can raise some cash. None of the contracts here are very good. I picked out the only viable one I could find, and it hopefully includes our travel fees as part of the deal. Come by the command center when you're ready to review it. Okay. So this is my ship, is it? That's my funds. Huh. Interesting. Tech points. Tech points are generated each day and spent to repair or customize battle mechs. Tech points only apply to one mech task at a time, so additional tasks are queued to be worked next. Medical points are generated each day and are spent to heal injured mech warriors. Medical points apply to all injured mech warriors simultaneously. Company finances. Your operating costs due to each final maintenance report. The pips indicate the number of months you can stay afloat. Should your funds ever hit zero, your company will fail entirely and cease operations. How is this so XCOM-y? With all of these, like, lose conditions.
How's it going? Waiting for orders.
Why does Anchor look almost just like me? Out of interest. MRB rating too low. This mech warrior can't be hired because your company's review board rating is too low. Well, damn.
Let's do this.
Well, there's one person I could hire then. What's the store then? Oh, is this just different mechs? As well as weapons on those mechs. Oh. Jesus, there's so much customization. Review your currently employed mech warriors for information about their skill trees, abilities, and service records. Okay. Well, at least we got one other guy. So, I have 1,000 experience. No, I've got 2,800 experience.
I hear ya.
Okay, so I can buy things. I could buy so all of these skills are variant. Okay. Sensor lock. Action. Select a target with a sensor within sensor range to reveal it until the end of the current round, and remove 2 of its evasive target charges. The target also gains +2 sensors impaired effect. That sounds very supportive. Passive. Mechs piloted by this mech warrior gain +1 initiative and remove 1 bar of stability damage when reserving. Okay. Coolant vent. This unit will remove 50 extra heat this round. For the next 3 rounds, this unit will gain an extra 8 heat. There's a 4-round cooldown. Okay. A mech warrior piloted by this mech warrior can move after shooting if it has not moved yet. That sounds really good. Breaching shock. A passive. Attacks with a single weapon, ignore cover and guarded on target. Also very nice.
Ready for orders.
I can see Decker becoming quite the support then.
Yep.
With his light mech. Alright, so what do we have about these mechs then? What's this one? LCV-1. A light locust, light mech. Firepower, very little. Movement, very little. It's got more firepower than this one, but less durability, which is saying something. Much better heat efficiency. I think that's less range and less melee. Something tells me I have an awful lot to learn.
You got questions? I have answers.
Always good to see you at Ops, Parafox. Something I can do about you? Something to do about you? I've got some questions about running this company. Tutorials. Oh, great. No. We've had enough tutorials.
You know where to find me.
I do. Let's see what contracts we got. We got 1. Okay. We have an opportunity to eliminate a key figure in a pirate hierarchy in this system, which will leave their organization in chaos and ensure safety for Marek operations. The target will be relatively unguarded and vulnerable, and we'd like you to strike in this window of opportunity. Sounds like we'll be hitting a middle manager. Not much glory, but it pays. The target won't be alone, Commander, and there's a bonus if we clean up the escorting units. So, still, if things get too hot, we can always hit and run. Okay. So. I guess it's my only option right now, but before I do that, what's Yang got to say?
Anything I can do?
Hey, boss, welcome to the Med Bay. My own little piece of heaven right here on the ship. Something I can help you with? Someone tells me I need to spend some time in the background just reading all of these tutorials about how to play this game, because it sounds like it's gonna be one of those really complicated things. Max pay, max salvage. What's the difference between salvage and pay? Payment is obviously... The payment for a contract is based on the difficulty of the mission and the reputation with the employer. Some contracts have additional objectives that can be completed during the mission for additional pay. The first value, priority salvage, is the number of items you may choose from all of the available loot on the battlefield. The second value is the number of items you'll receive. Okay. With the remainder being chosen at random. Be aware that if you destroy enemy mech chassis and equipment, those destroyed items will not be available as salvage. Isn't destroying the chassis how you kill the mech, though? The Free Worlds League would like to offer you a contract, Commander. As the leader of the respected mercenary company, you should find the terms both fair. Alright, you know what? Darius, give me one tutorial on how to use the contracts. Outfits like ours depend on the Mercenary Review Board to post certified contracts working for reliable employees. I say reliable, but let's face it, Parafox, most jobs come down to us doing the work that the rich and powerful can't be seen doing. Mercenaries are deniable assets. We travelled from system to system, picking up jobs and making ends meet. Sure, space travel costs sea bills, but some employers are desperate enough to pay travel expenses for mercenaries willing to make a few jumps for a gig. What intel will I get before they... Can I withdraw from the What intel can I get? Okay, yeah, that's a good question. Most employers will give us enough info to understand who we're fighting and why. Some are cagier than others, and by and large, want us to succeed. But by and large, they want us to succeed. Because of this, they generally get enough intel to get the job done. It isn't a perfect system, but it works well. Tell me about types of missions. In my experience, most contracts come down to one or more of a few basic ideas. Blowing something up, taking someone down, keeping something safe, or making a mess with heavy ordnance. There'll be variations here and there, sure, but for the most part, our jobs are gonna fit into one of those categories. Giant bipedal weapon platforms aren't exactly known for their subtlety. He makes a very fair point. Tell me about the climate conditions. If you're not watching the climate conditions, you're not in full command of the battlefield. In most environments, you've got to watch how your mech warriors weapon fire and jump jet use so they don't overheat the battle mechs. Badlands and deserts make your mechs run hotter, so you're going to want to pay careful attention when you're fighting there. Low atmosphere non-terraformed planets are worse. You'd best be wise to swap out some energy weapons for ballistic weapons in those environments, or pack on some extra heat sinks. Fair enough. But the vacuum of lunar environments is the worst. It's counterintuitive, I know. Space is cold, right? But no atmosphere means basically no heat dispersion, and you're sitting on top of a fusion reactor. Use your jump jet sparingly, or you'll shut down in no time. Yeah, that's the rule. That's basically physics right there in a nutshell. Tell me about the mission difficulty. It's important to have an idea of what you're going to be up against once your lance hits the ground. Unfortunately, mercenaries are often on the ass end of mission intel, and most will usually get at a rating on the enemy's overall strength. At best, a mission's difficulty rating will give us an idea of our post-mission repair bills and med bay time, or a signal that we should avoid the mission altogether until we can bring in bigger guns. Fair. How do I negotiate a contract? That's the important thing. Mercenary contract negotiation is pretty straightforward out there in the phylactery. It's all based on the golden triangle. Sea bills, salvage, and reputation. Sea bills are the coin of the realm, so to speak. We use sea bills to pay for our travel expenses, upkeep on our ships, salaries for crews, and repairs or refits for our mechs. Sea bills keep us flying. Fair. Salvages are part of our take too. The more salvage we get off the battlefield, the fewer sea bills are deposited into our account. The fewer sea bills we ask for, the more salvage we get. Now, you want Now, you may want to take less money and less salvage in order to increase our reputation with the party offering the contract. Yeah, it'll cost us now, but the investment could really pay off later down the road. Why is salvage so important? If sea bills are like blood, salvage is like food for a mercenary company, or something like that. I don't really do analogies. Just leave it at that. Salvage is good. Here's why. Salvage lets you replace components you've lost or upgrade your mechs to better suit your combat tactics. And if you don't end up needing the salvage you get, you can always sell it off to the nearest store. Salvage rights are a time-honored tradition in the mercenary trade, and figuring out who gets what at the end of an arrangement is a vital part of the business. Fair? Can I withdraw from a contract? Absolutely. That's the great thing about being a merc. It isn't our fight. We're here to make money, not die for a cause. You can back out of contract negotiations at any time with no harm done. But once we deploy onto a battlefield, it gets a little trickier. If things start going sideways during a mission, you can still withdraw to save on repair bills and med bay time, but it may cost us. If we withdraw before achieving any objectives and destroying at least one enemy, the Mercenary Review Board will rule it as a bad faith withdrawal. Not only will we not get paid, we won't get any battlefield salvage either. Plus our reputation will suffer, both with our employer and with the MRB. Right, we're never allowed to fail. Save scumming the game! Ha 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 ha! Now, if we withdraw after achieving an objective and destroying at least one enemy, then the rule board will rule it as a good faith withdrawal. Our pay will still be reduced, but our reputation won't take a hit. And that's important for business. Tell me about reputation. Our mercenary outfit's reputation determines the quality of contracts we're offered, the quality of the mech warriors willing to hire on with us, and the amount of deals we can get on weapons, mechs, and equipment in the local stores. Most employers won't offer us the really juicy contracts until we've proven ourselves over time. But once our rep is solid, we'll get access to some high-paying gigs with opportunities for some serious battlefield salvage. Okay. So, we have one job. Okay. So these things can't be more than the other. So I've got 5 whatever amount of points to spend. So these can be reduced, but they can't be like one or the other. Then I guess the question is, how badly do things get reduced? Like, that there is terrible. Because it's 0 first choice and 3 that one. No, well, it's the total amount of items we pick. So really, 4 is alright, maybe. But we really need the money as well, in order to pay for things. So, yeah. I love how we can work for the pirates as well. So that's the mission difficulty right there. So this should be really easy. So you know what? I'm going to leave it here. And do this next time. Well, everyone! I think this is a good place for us to stop for today. So, what can I say other than thank you all for joining me today. I have been your host, the Parafox Archangel, the English gentleman of the internet, and I hope to see you all again next time. But I'm afraid that, until then, it is time for me to bid thee all farewell, good day, and finally, good night.